Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Warzone Mobile is dead, but its files are still alive, and what's happening with them right now might change everything. Activision confirmed Warzone Mobile's servers shut down on April 17th, 2026, and this wasn't a maintenance window, it was final. The game had already stopped receiving new seasonal content and updates before that date even arrived, so officially, Warzone Mobile is finished. But here's where the community story gets interesting. Recently, creators have been working with the old Warzone Mobile files, and one video in particular caught my attention, titled Warzone Mobile Unpack Extracted Text and Strings, and the creator even calls it a low-effort video. And at first glance, that's exactly what it looks like. Just files, just text, just strings. But for anyone trying to understand how this game actually worked under the hood, that kind of data can be genuinely valuable, because unpacking a game can reveal references to systems, assets, menus, weapons, and modes that were never fully public. Now here's the part I need you to actually sit with, because it matters more than people think. Finding a string does not mean a feature is playable. Some strings are unused, some are leftovers from development, some belong to old content, and some only exist because the game was built around systems that needed a live server to function. So we can't look at an extracted string and immediately claim Warzone Mobile Offline is confirmed, because that's simply not what the evidence shows. However, there's another angle to this that's actually more important than the strings themselves. If someone wants to preserve Warzone Mobile after the official servers are gone, understanding the original files is a necessary first step. And we've already seen community members discussing exactly that. Preserving and reviving the game using copies of the original files, with some even discussing decrypting and archiving the application after it was pulled from official stores. That doesn't mean a complete offline version already exists, but it does prove one thing: there are people who don't want this game to just disappear. And this is where it gets complicated, because Warzone Mobile was never just a file sitting on your phone. It depended on back-end services for authentication, player accounts, matchmaking, progression, inventory, and server-side data. So simply unpacking the APK and launching the game doesn't magically create an offline build. A real offline version would require someone to replace or bypass every one of those server-dependent systems and build local alternatives from scratch. And that is a massive technical undertaking. So is this proof that Warzone Mobile Offline is coming? No, not based on what's available right now. But is it connected to a wider effort to preserve or revive the game? Yes, and that possibility alone makes this worth watching closely, because Warzone Mobile may be officially finished, but its files still exist, and as long as people keep studying and preserving them, there's a real chance some version of the original experience survives in one form or another. Whether that becomes a genuine offline build, a private community project, or just a preserved archive, we don't know yet. And I want to be very clear about one thing. Don't believe anyone claiming an official Warzone Mobile Offline APK has already been released unless there's actual proof, because shutdown games are exactly the kind of target scammers love, and fake APKs loaded with malware are already circulating. So, if you see a video screaming that Warzone Mobile Offline is finally here, don't download anything on the spot. Look for real gameplay footage, look for proof the game is running without Activision servers, and check who actually made the claim before you trust it. Would you actually go back and play Warzone Mobile if a real offline build ever showed up? Let me know in the comments, because right now, what we have is far more interesting than a simple comeback story. A dead game, its surviving files, and a community quietly trying to preserve what Activision left behind. Warzone Mobile might be gone officially, but maybe this isn't the end of its story. And if a genuine offline build or preservation project actually surfaces, I'll bring you every detail the moment it happens, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.